Good afternoon, everybody. It's Lynn, the Leather Bag Lady. How are you all today on this absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous Thursday? I have not been able to say that in quite a while. Leather Bag Lady weather report. It is 25, 26 degrees. There's very little humidity. The sun is splitting the skies, and so far, no rain. Yay! Oh my goodness me, the weather, as I have shared with you every time we chat, is just god awful. So, anyway, today's bag is a very romantic, not that it's a man and a woman romantic, it's just got some history. Now, I researched this company years ago, and I'm going to say that I've tried to kind of retrace my steps in that history lesson, and I haven't been able to. So I'm going to tell the story the way I originally found it, because I didn't make it up. God's honest truth. I didn't make it up. I found it online, and it's just such a beautiful story. And I don't care if I'm going to choose to believe that that's the story of origin for this brand, because I just love telling this story. So this is today's bag. Now, you may or may not instantly know that brand emblem. It is a very simple 1980s bag, I'm going to suggest. Just because of the size, just because of the simple styling. Compartment here with a divider. Compartment, there's your branding. Etienne Aigner. There's a lot of controversy on how to say that, but I Googled it and they say it for you, and that's the way they said it, so don't come at me, peeps. Don't come at me. Kristen D says that all the time. So that center divider does have a zipper in it as well. And then there's a zipper compartment and another compartment. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 compartments. And it's that beautiful kind of oxblood burgundy, deep burgundy. And that is part of this brand's story. So I will share with you the story. It's got a nice base on it. It will sit up nice and flat. When I was filling it with my bags, my plastic bags to photograph it, it sat up beautifully. Love the straps. Love the 2 straps. That's kind of my go-to. If it was a little bigger, I think I would probably use it for a little while, but it's just not quite big enough for me. So here is the story as I researched it, as I said, years ago. So, Hungarian, I do believe. This young man's father was a bookbinder. So he worked with a very angular machinery, plastics, that kind of, not plastics. I don't think they're, well, yeah, no, I think it was wood, and, this was back in the 30s and 40s, I do believe. So his father was a bookbinder. He decided he wanted to make purses. And the purses were very angular. Now, let me see if I think I've had this bag lying around. Oh, here it is. I was going to get rid of it, actually. So this is a purse I found, and it is, ow! Oh, I hate these glasses with these god-awful little things. Rips my hair right out of my head. So this is just an example of a very angular bag. Now, this is a piece I've had forever. It's like a Bakelite or plastic top. Oh, there's a big crack in the back of it. I've had this for years. It is obviously a very, very old piece. But so this would have been I mean, this probably wasn't there. It was probably just straight. So he started making bags using whatever equipment was available to him, which was his father's bookbinding equipment. So therefore, it was all 90-degree angles, straight edges, very similar to this kind of thing. And he went on to apprentice with Dior, I do believe. He apprenticed with some very, very super, super, super brand companies, houses as they're called in France. And then he decided to start his own, Etienne Aigner. He could only afford one color of dye, and that was burgundy. So his brand, you will typically find a lot of his bags in burgundy. That is how he got his start. They have tried to revive the brand of late because he's long gone, Mr. Etienne Aigner, and the family is still involved in the brand. Their new stuff, I've seen some newer stuff, not a fan. It's too plain for today's marketplace. But when you look at a vintage 80s bag, which is kind of where that was, I was at a show yesterday. I think I shared with you. It was a bit of a dud. And I was watching Dynasty again. I think I shared that with you. And I'm going to start maybe YouTubing and see if I can get some random episodes of Dynasty, Dallas, just that kind of late 70s, 80s genre, because I'd really like to see the kinds of bags that they're carrying, because I am struggling a little bit, especially with the late 90s bags. Once the phone pouch comes into play, I'm not sure quite how to date it. I'd like to get a little bit more accurate. I mean, early, mid, late 90s, I can get there, but I really do enjoy period, kind of retro TV, and that's the first thing I'm looking at is their bags, because it just helps me so much the next time I see something similar. And I know they are now bringing a lot of those older styles back, but it's nice to see, the original stuff like this one. So that is the story there's a little bit more to it. I've kind of lost some of the frilly parts. But that is the main story that I researched years ago, and I just love it. I think it is such a brilliant story, and I am 98% sure that he apprenticed with Dior. So you're getting, he has since passed, so it's not he who is doing any of the styling anymore, but you've got a French design house that goes right back to those early days of Dior, Givenchy, Chanel, like some of those original, even Yves Saint Laurent, Oscar de la Renta, like those real, Dior and Givenchy, I think Chanel for sure predate those designers, but it's just nice to kind of be able to talk about a designer who, although did not come to their status, their fame level, was in there too. He was slogging. He was cutting out patterns and doing all the stitching, and and then somebody else would put their name on it. So if you are looking for a beautiful movie, now they remade it 4 or 5 years ago, and I have not seen the remake. But the original movie is called Mrs. Aris Goes to Paris. Now, her name was not Aris, it was Harris. But in the East End of London, the H doesn't get pronounced. It's Aris. How you doing, Aris? Just like my Harry is Ari. Ari with an H. So Mrs. Aris Goes to Paris is Angela Lansbury. I think it was made in the 80s, but made to look like the late 50s, early 60s. And it is a story about a cleaning lady who cleans for this very affluent family, And the lady of the house has 3 or 4 Dior dresses to choose from to go to the royal gala or ball or whatever. And she tells herself in that instant, as she's cleaning this lady's room, that she is going to one day get a Dior dress. And it is the best movie. Obviously, if you're used to movies in the 2000s, it might bore the arse off you. But if you like period pieces and you like British movies, and you see the old double-decker bus, and Omar Sharif is in it, don't you know? It is just a fabulous, fabulous movie. It is on YouTube. I found it on YouTube. And like I said, they did remake it a few years ago. I have not seen the remake. I don't know. I'm not a big remake person. I like the original. I used to show it when I worked at the retirement home. And there were so many expats, lots of British, Scottish, Welsh, Irish. So they really appreciated that movie. There was another movie too, and it had Bob Hoskins and somebody else. And it was, she bought a theater in First World War and made it into a vaudeville review. Nudes! There were nudes! Oh shit, what was that movie called? Can't remember. Well, it wasn't Angela Lansbury. It was, I can't remember her name. Oh, having a little trip down memory lane. I had over 1,000 movies at one time. When I first split with my children's father, that's what got me through. From 2006 to about 2010, all I did was grab movies. I didn't have any money to go anywhere. I didn't really want to go anywhere. And I just sat at home, stuffed my face most of the time, and watched movies. And it was just fabulous. And I've got a lot of them still. I've dumped quite a few in recent years, but I still have a whole bunch of them. And I like the boxes. I like knowing the length of the movie, who's starring in it, where it was made. I want the information at the back. I like all that stuff. Bit of a history buff, actually. So I've decided I'm going back to work. Not full-time by any means. The bags will not cease to exist. I will still be doing the bags, maybe not as regularly as I am right now. I need a more reliable income is what I need. And I need to get out of the trailer. I need a bit more social interaction. And I just need a schedule of my own. I feel like I am defaulting to everybody else's schedule because I'm available. And no, I need my own schedule, my own plans for the day. And I mean, I just get waylaid so quickly, and then nothing gets done. So, and then I don't make any money, and then I'm panicking. So no more of that. I don't know how long it's going to take me. I'm not in a huge rush at the moment. I just want to find the right kind of permanent part-time position. But yeah, so I will still chat with you. Of course. I will always be doing the bags. Always. I love it too much. I emptied another lawn bag today that I picked up from the storage unit a couple of days ago. And it's full of fossil bags. So there's a couple of really nice fossil bags for the shop at the shed tomorrow if you're a fossil bag lover. And that is about it for me for today. I'm going to have to shoot down to the library to upload this. It's such a pain in the ass, but it is what it is. Lots of accidents on the road today. There was a really kind of a interesting one as I was going to the grocery store on the way back from the bank. I finally put some of my money somewhere. It's just been sitting in my checking account since the house sold. And it's a bit of a ridiculous amount to be sitting in your checking account earning absolutely zero interest. So my girlfriend works for the credit union, First Ontario Credit Union. So I am now a First Ontario Credit Union member. And I have started the process of changing all my banking over there. There is a fantastic credit union here in Cayuga. Again, we're not sure where we're going to be for the winter, but I'm sure there will be a credit union somewhere. And I just discovered that my insurance company is a credit union insurance company. So at the moment, my status is non-member. So it will change to member very soon, and hopefully I'll get some more discounts. Because I have a 20-year-old car, and it's still costing me $1,300 a year to insure. The car isn't even worth that. But anyway, wah, 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 right? So have a great rest of the day, everybody. Shop at the Shed tomorrow. And I still have to upload my, today's listing has not been uploaded yet because the pictures won't load from the trailer. So I will go to the library, I will upload the listing, then I will upload the video, and then I will come home and I'm going to have a drink. So have a good night, everybody, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye.